So I'm going to show you how to adjust the string height. What I just did, I put on a brand new set of strings, and to set the height, what you do is on most guitars, that have individual saddles like this, you adjust it with on each side of the string, on the two sort of front corners of each little saddle, there are Allen screws. So I have this guitar here, the Gitool, which I highly recommend. I've had this forever. I don't know if you can see how it's like all chipped and rusted, and over here it's really bad. But whatever, it's an awesome tool. And it has all kinds of, Allen wrenches and things. So of course, you can use just a little Allen wrench. So find one that fits the bridge that you have. And if you have, if you buy a new guitar, usually comes with it, with that and a wrench to adjust the truss rod. But even if you don't, just pick one up or borrow one. If you know anybody that has a few guitars and they've ever bought new guitars, chances are they have a ton of these little Allen wrench things laying around. So anyway, I have this here. So what you do is you put it right into the little Allen wrench top, okay? And of course, we're talking about a very small, so if you put it in and bend it, you're going to snap something, so that's not good. So you just want to be a little careful with it. You put it in, okay, and righty-tighty. So if you turn it clockwise, looking down at the top, you're screwing the screw into the saddle, which pushes the saddle up. If you go counterclockwise, lefty-loosey, then you're unscrewing the little Allen screw and making it shorter on the bottom so the saddle goes down. So what you do is tune it up to pitch, okay, and then play it. And you want to do this in playing position. So I don't know if I'm going to get on camera here. Yeah, I guess we do. Okay. So you play the string and check all the string, all the frets. On and on like that. And what I usually do is lower the bridge until you get a buzz somewhere on some of the frets. Okay, and again, do this in playing position, because when you lay the guitar down, the weight of the neck is pulling it a little bit down towards the floor, so you won't get a true reading. Okay, and likewise, if you flip it upside down, I don't know why you do that, but if you flip it upside down, the neck is going to actually pull, to the floor again, but bend a little bit up and not give you a true reading. So you definitely want to, do it in playing position. I lower them until I start to get a buzz and then raise them up a bit. That's how you would get the absolute lowest action for each string. Okay, I usually like a little bit higher action, so I just kind of go by feel. And once you do it a few times, you'll get a feel for it. Okay, then the other thing that I do is play it a bit. Okay, you can get a little curve to really check it, but I like to have the strings curved evenly so that it somewhat follows the curvature of the fretboard. Usually the thicker strings have to be a little bit higher, the thinner strings a little bit lower. So the curve, instead of being like this, okay, like this, it's sort of a little more like that rather than perfectly curved. So the thinner strings are a little closer and the thicker strings are a little further apart. But again, you start to get a feel for it, and if you play it, you start to feel one of the strings is a little too low, so you just raise it up a tiny bit. If one of them's a little bit high, you lower it a tiny bit. And it's really a balancing act. Everything setting up a guitar is a balancing act. So I want it curved, I want it up high enough that we're not getting any buzzing, and low enough that I'm comfortable playing it. So I actually already did this one because I'm going to do the intonation next. I did this, years ago, so it's all pretty good. I tweak it now and then, but it really doesn't need much, just if I notice something. So that's it. That's how you set the saddle height. So I hope this helps somebody.